Hi, this is John Wright with Simple Leadership Strategies, and this week I want to take 3 minutes to discuss with you a core philosophy at Simple Leadership Strategies. It relates to confronting reality. Years ago, a great book came out on management and leadership, and it said this is the first objective of a real leader, to confront reality. If you're unwilling to admit what is going on now, then how can you commit to where you need to end up? This particular reality I'm asking you to admit or confront is the leader, mere manager, bad boss ratio, and how ingrained it is in American business. This is how we come up with these percentages. You ask an individual or a team, or when you're giving a talk, you get a group of people in the room, you ask them if they think there's such a thing as a bad boss. Everybody knows that they exist. Then we ask them, is it possible to be a mere manager, effective and efficient, but not a transformational leader? And by that we mean someone who's changed your life. And then, is there such a thing as an individual who is a transformational leader manager? They're an excellent manager, and they are the kind of leader that changes your life. We ask them then to think about the last 5 people that they worked for, and then write this down on a little 3x5 card. Put a check mark if any of your last 5 were bad bosses. Check marks if they were a mere manager. Check marks if they were a transformational leader manager. And then you add them up. And right there on the spot, we do the ratio. So here's what's interesting. We started this 17 years ago when we were doing international workshops. And so in 2008, at the end of our first year, these are the ratios that we came up with. Only 30% were considered by the people that work for them to be transformational leaders. 45% merely managed effectively, but they were not leaders. And 25% were bad bosses. Now, just this week, we started a brand new Transformational Leader Manager workshop, and we did this exercise. These were the percentages. In that room, 3 days ago, they said that 30% of their managers were transformational leader managers, the same as the number from 15 years ago. They said 47% were mere managers. Our numbers from 15 years ago were 45%. They said 27% of the people they worked for were bad bosses. Our study from 17 years ago said 25%. So not only do we have a problem, it's not getting any better. Leadership training programs, as a rule, do not work. If you are a manager, an owner, a CEO, a chief operating officer, a chief learning officer, an HR person, this needs to be a concern to you. That 25% of your managers shouldn't be managing people. And what's worse, you probably don't know who they are. And if you don't know who they are, then how can you improve them or remove them? If you don't know who their mere managers are, how can you transform them from mere managers to leaders? This is job 1. Recognize the current reality, identify these 3 buckets, and then do something about it. Have a great week.